thing?
I don't know. I think what others would think, probably.
Others' opinions?
Yeah.
What is stopping me from being... I don't think nothing is stopping me. I think I am as authentic as I can be. I guess I could do a little more soul searching to see what else I could be. But I think as of now, I feel very, very confident and authentic right now.
I think I'm my authentic self now. I would say sometimes, like, just being scared of what other people think. That probably causes a lot of people to not be themselves.
My authentic self. Would it stop me? Usually I'm pretty much myself around everybody, but I would say if there was some like little things, it would just be, I mean, in general, just people, you know, peer pressure and people just, you know, you being scared or me being scared sometimes to really do certain things just because I don't want another person to, you know, think of me any different or, you know, just make me feel some type of way because they feel it's wrong. Or, yeah, that's the best way. I mean, I could put it for myself. That's the only thing that would really stop me. It's little things like that, but that could be easily changed. You know, it depends on the person. But most of the time, I don't let people usually, you know, stop me from being me. You know what I mean? You got to be, 100% towards everybody. You can't be two-faced. So,
just not knowing what that is yet, I guess. So still trying to find myself.
I think other people, I know me, I've always tried to like change myself for the betterment of other people. So, yeah.
For me, I'd say it's fear of other people's judgment, especially people who have always supported you and have put input into your life, and they obviously have expectations of you, then you don't want to let them down. So it's always tough to choose between what you want to do with your life versus what their expectations of you are. And if your goal is to, I don't know.
I'd have to agree. It's just how other people view you. You don't want to, like... It's hard to be yourself around people that you don't really know, especially in this big campus environment. Going to class, really big classes, you don't want to, like... Everyone has a different viewpoint, and some things could be different for them that they haven't experienced. And you don't want to, like, shock them with that, like telling them something like you enjoy or something. So probably other people.
In a sort of way, I don't believe that's something that you should work towards, because everyone can be better. So I think you should... There is a part of you, but you have to wake up and ask yourself, who do I want to be, and am I moving in that right direction? And it's not the kind of thing that happens all at once, but you have to build your own life, and to do that you have to build yourself as well.
I feel like other people's perception of you, I feel like I've always been different, and sometimes I'm kind of goofy and people think that's kind of weird. I can also be very serious, but I feel like a lot of people will say like you're so weird or whatever, you're this and that, and like I feel like that kind of stops me. But recently I don't give a shit. I don't care. I just try to be myself at all costs, and I feel like over time people are going to respect that, and people are going to be gravitated towards that energy.
I think I'm pulled back from like judgment from others. I'm scared of like what people think of me, and I shouldn't, but I guess that's what's holding me back.
I feel like I am pretty authentic, so I don't think I'm like holding back around a lot of people, but if it is, it's probably around like people you have to kind of be fake around. So otherwise though, if I have real friends, then I'm definitely real with them, So.
What do you mean by people you have to be fake around?
Because like there's like a hierarchy in a lot of friend groups and social norms, and like that's where I personally have to like act kind of fake, because just to like fit in, there's like this social hierarchy where you have to like fit in, be this type of person around certain people, and that's kind of like where I just have to do that.
I feel like I'm doing okay in that regard, honestly. I don't know. I feel like I am my authentic self.
Judgment from other people. Caring about what they think about you, I guess, for no reason, even though it doesn't matter.
I'd say just like society trends that kind of a lot of people follow, and I think I definitely follow trends in society, and I think pretty much everyone else does, and I don't necessarily think that's a good thing because they're not always good. Me and my friends were talking about like how people dress and stuff, but just because of social media and the impact it has on everyone really nowadays, and the way people view different people. Like if you're wearing this, you're not necessarily like wearing something cool, blah blah blah. But that's not what it really should be. It's about what you want to do. About, I don't know. Yeah.
Probably just the lack of confidence. I feel like I'm so scared of what others think of me that it just stops me from being who I think I could be.
Yeah, I feel like fear of judgment from others more than anything else. Yeah.
I am my authentic self. I feel like I'm transparent and I try to be the best I could be. I do feel that my alcohol, I drink a lot most nights, and I feel that holds me back from really maximizing everything that I can give to this world.
I guess the society we live in and like the
judgment.
Yeah.
You feel judged?
I think in certain things you do, yeah.
Like what?
As a college student, I think there's a lot of judgment for anything you can do. Just people always have an opinion.
I am myself.
I think what's stopping me from being my authentic self would be maybe just seeing what other people think about me. Because that might, I guess, impact if I want to do something, but I'm like, well, maybe then these people would be like, what the heck is he doing? I might not do it, and I feel like that's something that I shouldn't really be thinking about, because I should just do what I want to do. But I feel like sometimes just in the moment it feels like I can't really do that because I'm going to be looked at like, what the heck is he doing? So.
What is stopping me? I would say me. The reason why I say that is sometimes I tend to put a lot of thought in a lot of things, and I can tend to overthink a lot instead of looking at reality that's in front of me. And I feel like once I get myself to a place in my heart and my soul and my mind that I can do it, then I think that I will be able to do it.
What's the questions for? Is it for school or something? I don't really feel like I'm not myself, my authentic self, I would say. I'm always me. So I don't really know how to answer that one, to be honest. I feel like I'm pretty real. So.
I'm sure a lot of people say money. I have a good amount of student debt. And that's definitely prohibiting me from doing all that I want in my life. But as far as like personal relationships, I'd like to think that I keep to my authentic self, a good amount of the time. If I ever feel like I'm being, if I'm being real and I feel disrespected in any way, I'll normally kind of ditch those people. Even though that sounds really harsh, but that's kind of just how I go about it. I mean, because I normally find, thankfully, that people like me for who I am. So.
I think way too much about what other people think of me. Like, I let that get in the way of so much, and I always forget that I'm not the people that I'm around right now. I'm not gonna see 10 years from now. It's not gonna matter. So. But I don't think about that as much, and I just let them what other people are gonna say when I do something, and I let it persuade how I act or how I dress or that's what I do. Well, when I'm in social settings, I have a lot of trouble with just talking to people because I'm like, oh my gosh, what if they think I'm weird, or what if like I don't want to speak up and say something. So I normally I'm like very quiet, and people think I'm a very quiet person just because I'm like I don't want other people to hear me say something and be like, ew, she's weird. Like, ugh.
I feel like I'd like to think that I'm pretty authentic, but I'd say just like social norms and everyone around me like maybe like tries to put me in a box, but I feel like I'm pretty confident that I'm fairly unique and I'm confident in myself and who I am, so that's what I'd say for that.
I think that the easy answer for this is just like how other people view me like keeps me into like not showing who I really like truly am. But I also think a big factor is the fact that I get set in routines and my day-to-day ends up being like, okay, wake up, school, work, go to bed, wake up, school, go to bed. So I don't think I've been able to really fully explore who I am because I get set in these routines. So I think honestly it's like more of a personal thing. I don't give myself enough time to explore different things in my life, like travel and join like more clubs and figure out like, I don't know, just test and trial and error more so to see what I like and who I am. I think I'm just not reaching my potential in that way.
I feel like it's also important to like surround yourself with people who are like similar to you and also like just kind of accept who you are, you know? So if you do that, then being yourself is easy.
Personally, I think that I live life as my authentic self. I think there's really nothing holding me back from being my authentic self. I think the biggest thing is for people to ask is what's holding you back from your true potential or something. I think once you figure that out, then you can kind of be your authentic self, if that makes sense. That could be a situational thing. I think sometimes it could be like like something in your mindset, or like obviously there's people with like physical conditions or stuff that like are holding them back, but I think most of the time it's just a mindset. Like mind has a big control of your body as well. Like the correlation between the two is very strong, and so like I think if like you tell yourself you can do something, that you can most of the time do it. And so I think that the biggest thing holding people back is their mindset. And so I think that if you have like a good mindset, you can do like basically like if you are able to figure out how to make the most out of a bad situation and like turn that around and get like positive energy out of it, you can accomplish just about anything.
Opinions of others, for sure. I mean, I can read every self-help book. I can look in the mirror and tell myself how awesome I am and how awesome I feel. But we definitely have those days where you think about what other people think of you, for sure. Especially when you're a people pleaser.
Nothing. No, I'm very fortunate. I have a great life, doing pretty much whatever I want to do. Yeah.
Depends on what day it is. Usually I feel I'm my authentic self. Sometimes I get things in my head that buzz around and I doubt myself, but I would say most days I feel like I'm my authentic self.
Nothing. No. Yeah, can't you tell? Absolutely. I mean, yeah, why, yeah. If you don't like it, that's tough. I mean, at the end of the day, I got to live with myself. So, yeah, I'm pretty much who I am.
Pain right now. Just not getting the right opportunity. I haven't been in the right place and right time to get what I want. I'm working on it. A little better life. Health, a little better health. That would make me happy.
I think I am my authentic self. Yeah, I don't let things bother me as much as they need to, or they don't.
Oh my goodness. I guess expectation, pressure to fit into a mold, into society or whatever. Just kind of that pressure put on by family, society as a whole?
Nothing really. I would say before, nothing now. I'm 41 years old, nothing now, right? But before, what would stop me is what everyone would think of you, right? So now I really don't care what other people think. This is me, right? And it makes me happy to know that I can be me or be myself because I don't have to care what everybody thinks. But before, it would be whatever, at a younger age, it's like, what would this person think of me? What would this person think of me? Do I fit in here or do I look cool here? You know, trying to make sure that, you know, what people would think of it. I don't care now, so I don't think about that now.
That's a great question. That's a really good question.
I feel like society's pressures, because everywhere I go, I feel like I have to fit in and be like, I go to work, I work in a high-end restaurant, I have to conform to what the people who are walking in want to see when they enter the restaurant. So it's not exactly like I can wear all my earrings and everything and wear my fun clothes. No, I have to dress conservatively and exactly what they want to see. So I feel like that holds me back.
No, I agree 100%. I am a freshman at Virginia Tech, so I would say also kind of like conforming to society's like view, what they want you to look like, what they want you to be like. But like I just learned recently, it's like, duh, you should know this, but you're not gonna make everyone happy, you know? The only person you can make happy is yourself. So just really try to like live purely like for yourself, dude, not selfish actions, but do what makes you happy, like purely happy. You know? And so that's kind of what I've recently been trying to do is like, I realize I'm not going to please everybody, but I can try to please myself by just embracing who I am.
Myself, I think, because there's a lot of challenges and goals I got in life, and sometimes life hinders me from achieving my goals, and sometimes I think that I'm my best worst enemy. Am I saying that right? Okay. Yeah. Sometimes it could be myself because, you know, sometimes I can, you know how like you could just, you want to do things and then you stop yourself from doing it. So I think I'm my best worst enemy. Does that make sense? Okay, yeah.
That's a really good question because that's actually something that I was thinking about this morning. I think it's honestly, it used to be the fear of what other people think, but it doesn't really bother me that much anymore. I think right now it's just, I would say, fear and a lack of confidence. I don't know. Like I would say being seen, and that if I do use my voice, like people might listen, but then I'm like, why me? Kind of like imposter syndrome kind of thing.
Ooh, what is stopping me from being my authentic self? Fear. Definitely fear, and specifically fear of how I'll judge myself. It's not even fear of others' judgment, but fear of what if I don't do it well enough? What if I go for something I really want to go for and then I fail at it? Or fear of how I'm going to treat myself out of it is probably what holds me back most from being my authentic self. Yeah.
For me, I think it would be, I feel like social media, what's the word? Just people judging me, that's it. I feel like me letting my mindset of people thinking that they're judging me when really they're not. People are going on with their life. But no, it's hard with like social media today and like Instagram posts, especially as like a young woman, like everybody's trying to be like fit and thin and everything, and that's kind of hard. And I feel like that stops me sometimes from being my authentic self in worrying about weight, body size, shape.
I feel like I am stopping myself from being my authentic self by not giving myself the time to like self-reflect and figure out who I am. I feel like sometimes I just worry about how to make how best to make others happy, and just kind of, like I was the middle child growing up, so like I was just like going with the flow. It's like, okay, like older brother wants to do this or little brother wants to do this, and like I'm just kind of stuck in the middle doing whatever. And I don't know, sometimes I feel like I kind of blow with the wind a little too much.
Nothing. I am who I am. My friends tell me all the time. I am exactly who I'm supposed to be. I am authentic, and there's nothing stopping me.
Nothing. Yeah, living how I want to live, doing what I want to do. I don't really feel like I'm restricted by anything too crazy right now. So I'd have to say I am living my authentic life right now.